Hello, my name is Eduardo Valladares. I teach at San Jose High School. My unit is intended for IB 11th grade History of Americas. All right, so my unit deals with American identity, and in terms of who gets to actually get to have American identity. In terms of looking at the Americas, we've have grown accustomed to looking at the United States as being American, but we know that North and South America are all a part of the Americas. And so, what does foreign policy and what does inequality in the Americas has to do with American identity? So what we do in the class is we dissect a number of different poems and take a look at different life writings that have to do with identity and the Americas in terms of people feeling a geographical connection to the Americas and either being negated or taken away their American identity because of the hegemony of the United States and their power throughout the Americas. And we see that also in the United States that people claim more ownership to the American identity because of that. So in our class, what we do is take a look at the micro and macro levels of inequality. What does American identity have to do with that? And how exactly does that impact people's identity within social classes and also classes within a country as well? All right, so the biggest product and outcome that I really expect out of this unit, or that I will be getting out of this unit, is really one essay writing and looking at different forms of writing and how those different forms of writing convey a form of agency for students. So one, I'm looking at students looking at different pieces of writing that mean much more to just the writer than just a piece of writing, but also a part of their identity, what they want to disclose to people about themselves and what they represent within the Americas, socially and economically and politically. But also, I'm kind of lost there. I got lost for a second. Yeah. Okay. So I'll keep going right now. All right. Okay. So students are able to continue their rigor in terms of the writing and certain content load in this IBA class, and continue that rigor, but also look at the understanding and what that means to their identity within the class content. So looking at what they represent within this History of America's class and looking at identity has, one, made students feel more intrinsically motivated actually to do much more of the writing and still continue that rigor throughout the class. How has this class become more rigorous or has continued to grow rigorous is one that the level of writing has always been very rigorous within the class, but in terms of the motivation has not always been very high in the class. And so one, connecting this historical content load to identity has definitely left students, one, being always interested within the class and what the content actually means to them. Unit writing process has definitely always been a very intellectual process, but the seminar process, going to Yale or doing it at a local institute, really, I think, leads people to bounce off ideas with other teachers and the seminar leaders, which are university faculty. But those are great opportunities to, one, have this intellectual process with others and be able to develop ideas, be able to share ideas. And so that's been, I think, the best situation or best opportunity that I've been able to take out of the Yale National Initiative is really just being able to bounce ideas off of people, being able to have some kind of content and direction from the university faculty was definitely helped me increase the rigor and make sure that my connections are very tight within my unit.